In this video, I want to dive into the reasons why I think Battlefield 6 is so fun and why it's definitely set up to succeed in our current gaming landscape. Over the past couple weeks, I put 27 hours into the Battlefield 6 beta. This number really surprised me because a crucial thing to note is it did not feel like I logged nearly that much time. We're in the middle of summer and I was busy the first weekend of the beta, so I only got to play for a few hours. The second weekend, the beta was open from Thursday to Sunday, so I did have more opportunities to play, but even still, I was busy that weekend, so I didn't think I got that much time in. Now, I have to be honest with you. A few weeks ago, I was a complete virgin to the Battlefield franchise. I'd heard people sing its praises in the past, and I have some IRL friends who really enjoy the franchise, but me personally, I grew up on COD in the glory days from Modern Warfare to Black Ops 2, and then I basically just quit gaming altogether for a few years, and only dove back into COD for the Warzone BR mode back in 2020 when BRs were still relatively new and exciting, and we were also stuck inside anyways thanks to COVID. And even then, I only played it because it was free. Truth be told, after Advanced Warfare in 2014, I was kind of done with COD as a whole because the game just didn't really feel the same anymore. I loved the online multiplayer, but a big part of that was the simplicity. Modern Warfare only had 3 killstreak rewards, and not a ton of weapons. To me, the fun just came from slaying out in different game modes and playing the fun maps. That's all I really cared about. And the military sim aesthetic really appealed to me. So once wall running came into play, I was kinda just done with it. Fast forward a decade, and Call of Duty has devolved into a Fortnite wannabe that would rather sell skins and loot boxes than provide fans of the franchise with a grounded, military sim artistic design and boots on the ground gameplay. I mean, to each their own. If people like that, then great, go play COD. But COD is evolving into an unrecognizable game from its roots from 15 years ago, and it's created a large vacuum in the online FPS genre. Sure, some great titles like the Finals have come along to innovate on a proven formula by mixing great gunplay with a modern military feel, with a fresh take on a unique gameplay loop, and some really awesome destruction physics to boot. But the sad reality is that that game just doesn't have broad appeal like Call of Duty or Battlefield. These two franchises embedded themselves in the gaming ecosystem as FPS online shooters were taking off. They have staying power and brand recognition. People still buy COD year after year, despite it, by most accounts, being a pretty lackluster experience these days. But people are just seemingly doing it out of habit. They're so accustomed to buying a new Call of Duty every November that they don't even wait for reviews or stop to think critically about if they're actually enjoying the experience or more so doing it out of obligation. And that brings us to Battlefield 6, a title from EA, a massive AAA publisher with a huge marketing budget. The only title that truly can compete on Call of Duty's level as far as I'm concerned. And I gotta say, they knocked it out of the park with this game, at least from the beta. Yes, there are some balance issues, especially the shotgun, but as many critics of the beta have pointed out, a lot of the issues with the game are very fixable. You can tune an overpowered weapon very easily. You can add a couple maps to respond to player feedback. Some people complained about the lack of large maps in the beta, but I'm sure more big maps are on the way in the actual release. Hardcore players are concerned with reticle sway and bloom and weapon bounce after you jump, but in the grand scheme of things, these are minor nitpicks, and as a casual player, I didn't have an issue with any of these. And with over 500,000 players logging on to play the beta on just Steam alone, I'm sure that the vast majority are more people like me, just casual players having fun with the game, so they're probably not worried about these minor balancing or tuning issues. I've seen COD players complain for years about engagement-based matchmaking, and I agree, it's a fucking travesty and a huge plague on the industry. But I am just hopeful that Battlefield 6 steers clear of these things. Do you want to know a little secret on how you can keep a player base truly engaged? Make a damn fun game, and that's what EA have done here. As I said, I was shocked that I played the beta for 27 hours, because like I said, the weekends it was up I was kind of busy, but anytime I wasn't busy, I was trying to sneak an hour in here or there to just play the game, just because I was enjoying it so damn much. I completed every beta challenge and I enjoyed doing them all. It forced me to play the game in different ways, but even without those types of rewards, I still would want to keep playing. Why? For one very simple reason. I was having fun. Sure, unlocking weapon skins and upgrades is incentive to try new weapons, and I'm sure the main game will launch with a battle pass and some type of a reward structure to incentivize weekly or even daily logins, but I just hope that they aren't too egregious or too annoying. And yes, there will sadly be a cash shop and a full price $70 title, which I don't love. I would rather unlock all cosmetics in a game through mastery of gameplay and not from swiping my credit card. But gaming in 2025 is what it is. But here's the thing, game companies can get away with adding these annoying things into their game if they abide by one rule: put fun first. As long as people are having fun, an expensive in-game store is less of an issue. The whales can spend to their heart's content, and the regular folks like me can just play as normal. As long as it isn't pay to win, then I guess this will be fine. And thankfully, EA has recently come out and said that they won't be polluting the game with Nicki Minaj skins, which is a huge sigh of relief. Call of Duty is honestly a travesty at this point. It's fucking pathetic. Oh god, I just fucking hate COD, man. It's just so embarrassing. That game has no soul anymore. They just try to chase trends and milk their player base. So as long as the skins in Battlefield are tasteful and stay true to the Battlefield franchise, then we should be okay. I mentioned how Call of Duty spiraling into an unrecognizable mess created a vacuum for a game like the good old days of Modern Warfare, and Battlefield 6 seems ready to claim that title. I legit had no intention of even considering playing Battlefield 6. If it wasn't for the free beta, I would have never played it, and therefore would have never purchased the new game when it released. I'm great at not giving in to peer pressure, so my friends could tell me up and down how great it is, but I wouldn't have cared. It's only because I got to play the game and it made a fan out of me. It truly reminded me of the days when I first laid my teenage hands on COD Modern Warfare and never wanted to put it down. I was addicted. Just one more match, I would say over and over until the sun was rising and I realized I'd stayed up all night playing, just because I was having so damn much fun. I get the same vibes with Battlefield 6. It harkens back to a time when you just played games because you wanted to play them, because you were enjoying yourself. And sadly, that is a rare feeling in modern gaming. So much of gaming now feels like an obligation. Oh, gotta sign on and do my weekly login. I have a Destiny 2 background, and for years I jokingly said that I had to get on and do my Destiny chores. It wasn't until Bungie got super egregious with it and the game quality started degrading tremendously that I stepped back and reflected and realized, hey, this isn't fun anymore. I'm not enjoying myself. I'm doing this out of a sense of duty and FOMO. So for Battlefield 6, I hope they just stick to what's working. And what is working is the gameplay. It feels fun and grounded. I played all the classes a ton, and I really took to Recon by the end, which kind of surprised me. But I enjoyed playing all the classes, and it's fun to mix and match weapons with different class abilities. I never played Battlefield 2042, but outside of being a buggy mess at launch, I also heard they made some pretty shitty design choices, trying to chase the hero shooter trend instead of staying true to what made Battlefield Battlefield. And the discussion online is that Battlefield 6 is well and truly back to feeling like Battlefield. You have tons of vehicles to use if that's what you're into, a wide variety of weapons, different classes, a litany of amazingly fun game modes. People were ragging on Rush on Twitter, but I really enjoyed that mode. Truth be told, I enjoyed every mode I played. Again, this encourages replayability. You don't have to manipulate your audience to keep engagement metrics high. You can just make a complete game that they will want to keep coming back to over and over. With all the game modes and ways to play, the players make their own fun. Plus, I've heard there's a custom map maker and a portal in this game that's coming with the full launch. Again, give the players the tools to incentivize replayability. Don't manipulate them. This portal mode will give players even more fresh ways to play. I just can't stress enough how fun it was to play a game that just put fun and gameplay first. Obviously, EA could still fumble this hard and do some dumb shit to ruin it all, but I'm cautiously optimistic that they will just let the game speak for itself. I watched a great video from The Kingard on how big streamers don't get Battlefield 6. I suggest you go watch the video yourself as it's really good, but basically, guys like Nick Mercs, Tim the Tatman, and Dr. Disrespect are all pleading for a Battle Royale game mode. And if EA wants to put a BR in this game, fine I guess. But if not, then I say great. There are a ton of Battle Royale games out there at this point. So if you want a BR, go play one of those games. Let Battlefield fans have their game. Because as I said, COD used to be about fun game modes and making fun builds to just slay out with. They didn't have any crazy movement, the focus was on the gunplay and the objective. But as I said, COD got away from its roots to chase popular trends instead of staying true to what made it a juggernaut in the first place. So people like me, we just left. I honestly thought that I had just outgrown FPS online shooters, that I was just too old to enjoy them anymore. But that's not true. What actually happened was I just didn't have any options that were like the games that I used to love. Once I hopped into the beta, it was like I was 17 again, playing match after match just because I was addicted to the gameplay loop. And with the massive positive reception that the beta has received, it seems that I wasn't alone. We didn't stop loving these type of games, the developers just stopped making them. I've read articles and listened to interviews with the design team behind this game as well. They seem truly passionate about what they are making. A lot of time it is all just marketing speak when they say, "Yeah, we really want to get back to our roots." 99% of the time, that just isn't true and they're just trying to entice people to buy their game. Talk is cheap. Action is what matters, and they have said that they're trying to go back to what makes Battlefield Battlefield, and by all accounts, the proof is in the pudding. It seems like they truly have. Vince Zampella is on board with this game as well, and he has been behind games like Apex Legends, COD Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2, so the glory days of COD, Medal of Honor, and even Titanfall 1 and 2. As they say,
"This motherfucker don't miss."
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
in an era of gaming where studios squander all of their goodwill to chase a buck, it's better to be a fan of individual devs than game studios, and Vince Zampella has an amazing track record, so it's another green flag for the development of Battlefield 6. The teams at DICE, Criterion Games, Motive Studios, and Ripple Effects Studios have all worked on this Battlefield. It's a total team effort that they're sinking into this one game. A recent report came out from the GM of Battlefield, and it said that they want to make Battlefield an annual title in the future, with all the studios working on a game with a 3-year development timeline. So instead of getting one great game like Battlefield 6 is shaping up to be, we'll get yearly installments of half-baked games. COD already does this and has for a long ass time. And then funnily enough, at one point they announced that they were going to go away from yearly releases, only for them to back off that promise. Surely because the fucking idiot shareholders said so. I'm so goddamn sick of money and greed just ruining every corner of everything in our society. It's a plague on gaming and it's ruined Call of Duty for me. And if the Battlefield plan shakes out in 5 years or so, like they seemingly want it to, it may ruin that franchise as well. But at least for this beautiful moment in time, it seems like EA and the teams behind Battlefield are trying to earn back some goodwill after the disaster of 2042. I wish they would just stick to this game plan and keep doing this. Give us a meaty new game every 5 years that is full of tons of fun and engaging content, rather than yearly releases to sell more copies and keep the bean counters happy. But in this case, it seems like they are trying to create a really awesome experience, and I for one am on board, which shocks me to say because I just thought I was done with online FPS games at this point. It's been over a decade since I really played them seriously, but Battlefield reignited that passion that I didn't even realize I had anymore. I'm just itching to play more. And even though I hate EA and most of these greedy AAA studios, if they're going to do right by the players and deliver a really fun game, then I will vote yes with my wallet. And then if they want to do their yearly releases and chase dollars in the future, then I just simply will play other games and I'll vote no with my wallet. But at least for now, Battlefield 6 has made a fan out of me and I look forward to playing more of it very soon. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I'm so glad EA made the beta free because I truly would never have given it a chance, and honestly, I really enjoy this game, way more than I ever thought I would. Let me know down in the comments how you feel about Battlefield 6. Are you loving it, hating it, haven't played it, cautiously optimistic? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're still here, thanks so much for watching to the end. Join my Discord, which is linked in the description, and come check me out on Twitch at itstizzle7. I'll be streaming Ghost of Tsushima and then Ghost of Yotei, and then playing a ton of Battlefield on October 10th when it comes out, so I hope to see you there. I'll catch you in the next video, which should be my DK Bonanza review, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. Take care.